Good morning, 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 good morning. I was in a hurry today, so I quickly just put my crown on. Masadi wa Africa. I had to put my crown on. But then one day, we'll have the topic of why, whenever I do my videos, and why do I usually wear these crowns. It's not just a duk. It goes back to where my mother's from, and also just spiritually. It's just there's something about this power and womanhood, and just being a queen and knowing your worth. But we'll get into that. I just want to share quickly with you the testimony that happened to me. I can never know where to look in this thing. I'm old school. I don't know if it's there, if it's here, or if it's just here. I'm just gonna look there and here and there. But anyway, so I think what we tend to do as Christians is so we go to church, we sit down, and most churches, what they do is they give us what we want to hear, and we then go leaving the church trying to what's the word, man? So let's say if they give you a feel good message and we all get the goosebumps and everything, but the reality of it is that you're going to leave church and anything can happen, like called life. So you could be at a good space in church, praise the Lord, God is good, and all those goosebumps and doing the happy dance that we do in church, and then reality waits for you outside. So that's why we should take church seriously and stop playing in there, because we need to get re-energize ourselves and get our strengths and retrain our minds, retrain our ability to go out there like soldiers and tackle life. And this weekend, Saturday for me was one of those bad Saturdays for me. So a lot of you always see me with my happy face and happy, so hyped, and happy is just this amazing person. She's so cool. Oh my word, happy this, happy that. But a lot of my close friends and family, people I've part of me is I can go quite ragey. My anger can go from one level to another, and Saturday happened to be that. But you need to know that God does heal. So this is someone that in the past would rage almost every day. But remember, there's levels of raging and anger. But all of this has to do with my past, okay? Like a lot of us, my story, everyone has a life and our stories are not the same. You know, there are levels of pain and struggle, but pain is pain, you know. It's just that I encountered so much growing up, good and bad, but hey, it made me who I am. So from someone that used to kind of like rage almost every day, it's just getting less and less and less, because I'm pursuing God and he's healing this broken. God is, what's the word? He's healing my broken wounds. There's a song, this beautiful song. It says, I will love the broken out of you. Oh my gosh. Listen to that. I will love the broken out of you. That song is sang by James Arthur. You see, I want to sing now, but I'm not going to do that to you. So anyway, so just like that, you know, it was hell in my alley, and which caused a lot of tension in my family. And usually back in the day, if things have turned upside down and the enemy remember guys, the enemy is not here to see you happy and having this joyful life. He is here to kill and destroy. Kill and destroy. The enemy ain't your friend. You can't entertain him. So it was chaos in my space. Big chaos. So back in the day, I would either go get high or I would drink. I was never a big drinker, I keep saying, but I'd always like get high, you know, just to be at a calming space, which again is all delusional. It's delusional because once you're done getting high, the same problem awaits you. So what I did in the chaos, what we tend to do is, I just want to show you that you know, we tend to live this life of everything's just rosy. As a Christian, no, it ain't so. So before I would panic and my anxiety would hit and I would like, let me just go out there or either go party or hang out with people. But remember, people also going through their own pain and struggle. So you think you could be comforting each other, but no, you're comforting each other's misery. So it's like a toxic person being with a toxic person in an environment where there's alcohol and drugs and then you're being negative. There's just a lot of negative energy, but at the same time you're having fun. So let's say you decide to go, not even a club, like a loungy space, or there's a party happening and my friends are, and then you phone a friend, you're like, look, I'm just going through a terrible space now. That person's like, come through. And then you're just trying to move time so that you don't have to be in the reality of the chaos that you just created. So back in the day, obviously, I'm not just speaking for myself. I know a lot of people tend to do that, especially when you had a bad day at work and you quickly go home, you have one glass, 2 glass of wine and everything just to calm your mind. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but we need to know the difference between an illusion and facing reality. And that's why I love the story about the eagle, man. If you see an eagle, what it does in a strong wind, it does not escape the strong wind. It goes straight forward into that wind and it soars, man. It's like a cruise. So basically what I do is I go head on now into my chaos. So I remove myself from the situation, right? So I remove myself, I remove myself from the situation, and the enemy's like, phone a friend, man, just phone a friend. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna phone anybody. I'm gonna handle this chaos. I'm gonna handle this pain. I'm gonna handle this rage that I just got myself into. So I said, God, I'm gonna stick by you. You stuck by me when no one else was there. There's a time when you can't just phone a friend. There's a time when that friend isn't even there to entertain what you're going through because they've got their own stuff to deal with. What happens then? So this is what I do when I feel like not phoning anybody and dealing with my own chaos. So I collected myself towards myself in the pain, in the rage, in the aftermath of it all, and of the chaos. And I got into my car and I kept on saying, God, I need you, God. I need you to deal with me. Not vodka, I need you. Not, hey, sexy guy, I need you. Sexy chick, I need you to come and give me this quick fix so I don't have to think about my problems. That's all delusional. I went straight to God and I'm like, God, I'm not leaving. I'm going to stay with you because I know how you're always stuck by me in my chaos, in my misery, in my pain. When friends were not there, but also be careful of those friends that kiss you on the cheek and hug you. But deep inside, they are celebrating your misery. You know, be careful of those. Be spiritually woke. Learn to discern who's really for you. Your friends can become your enemy. Always learn that. Family can become your enemy. So who do you have left? You have God, who's always been faithful. So anyway, so I went to, I found myself driving to this nice park that we have in our alley. And I sat there. And I sat there for 2 hours. And I spent time with God and I spoke to God and I was just quiet. I was praying, I wasn't like, oh God, help me with this pain. I was like, just quiet. Sometimes you need that space alone where you can just be quiet. And I was quiet. And the more quiet I am in God, trusting God that He will heal me in this chaos. And that's exactly what He did. Later on, I was able to phone my family. and go back home and be that mother and be that wife. But like literally my husband and I, which has never happened before, we stayed up the whole night. So it was arguing, anger, then silence, just dealing in the chaos, but asking at the same time. I'd pick up my Bible, I'd just read, I'd just be steadfast in God. And all of that, the aftermath of it was so beautiful. We sat and we discussed, and he had so much insight and wisdom, my husband. We spoke, we dealt with the matter. And that's what it is, the aftermath of sticking with God and not quickly having a panic attack when you're going through chaos, not having an anxiety when you're going through chaos, but believing and trusting in God to stick by him in your misery. The aftermath is beautiful. Look at me now. I made it. I didn't go to get high. I didn't go to a guy to make me feel good. I didn't go to whatever we do that's delusional, to kind of say, oh, now I'm calm. Now I can forget about my worries. No, I stuck by God. And God, I just want to thank you so much for being so faithful. My marriage is even stronger than before. Had I made negative choices in my chaos, I'd be sitting here with a different story. But now, again, I have strong energy. I'm so happy that I was steadfast in God in my chaos. And it's beautiful. I'm in a beautiful space now. So what am I saying? I'm saying when things are really going bad for you and you think you're really messed up, remain in God. Just remain there. Even if it's painful, remain there. Remain there. He will come through for you. He's a faithful God. And all glory goes to him. Over and over and over, he keeps on. He's faithful. He's a faithful God. Have a good week, yeah? Peace.